Hey guys, Marcel from theScore eSports here. We talked to Shaunz from Vitality after his third tie, I believe. So you guys having a bit of a unlucky series where you win, you lose, you win, you lose, you win, you lose, right? What's your take on like the tie system right now? Do you think that it's good for like the preparation for mental strength, for example, if you lose first and then come back from a lose to like a victory?
Yeah, so we are getting really experienced now in ties, but I think like it's really good to have the BO2 because you can switch around, like trying stuff. For example, the Vayne first game, we wanted to like try it a little bit and say, oh, it looks like a good pick, maybe we can pick it off. And then after, yeah, I still think winning second game is better than than winning first game, because then after your players are a bit happier when we come back to the replay and stuff. Now they are pretty sad because maybe they could have won this game. And yeah, I think like BO2 is good show up because it's also a lot of practice with our roster right now, so it's good.
So you guys brought in Reje last week, I think. Yeah, you made a substitution for Police. From a coaching perspective, what went into the thought process of bringing him another AD carry already? Was it just something that maybe he's like Korean, he's not experienced enough, he needs like a bit more time? Like, what's your thought process on that?
So there are two things. First is the fact that Reje is like a pretty good talent, like in Europe. So we wanted to build also with him a little bit of hype, maybe like use him later or earlier, depending on his results. And also we really like Police, and we think like right now he's a little bit in need of working in English, especially in terms of strategy, lane swaps, communication. Like we still need to go slow with him, so that's why like sometimes we can swap around. Like one game is Reje, other game is Police, so like, and I think it's going pretty well so far. And like the both of them are like not even in concurrency, like they just like each other and they understand. We had the call and discussion to make sure like no one like deserves more to play than the other, so they just fight for vitality in a good rivalry.
Okay, so diving deep into your first game of today, I just want to know, you guys first picked an Nami, right? Was it something that it was specific for this match, or is Nami, like, can you tell us, is Nami really high, so high priority that you have to first pick her?
I don't think Nami is high priority. Like it just like they are like Braum, Bard, Karma, Band, and depending on what you want to play after. Then after we thought that Nami was really good. We were not really expecting the full Golem comp for them, like Alistar, Graga, Sivir. We were not expecting that, but that was like a good, I would say, counter pick, or like just annoying general in team fight. But yeah, Casting was quite confident on Nami too, and with all the champion ban, we felt like it was the best choice for him. And also, yeah, like when we thought about this, like for example, if we get Ezreal Nami or Caitlyn Nami, in this case Vayne Nami, I think it would have been a good pick a good champion to have in support. So we just went for it and just trust the players with it.
Okay, so talking about the meta stuff, the game obviously quite changed a bit because we have like Trinity Force right now, and then we have all these mage supports. I mean, I think Wanda just played Zyra twice with Ashe together. Like, what's your take on like the meta shift in that one patch, like from 6.10 to 6.11? Do you think it's good right now? Do you think it's like the most balanced the game has been?
I think it's quite balanced. Like even when you work on the draft, like there is no moment or a few moments where you are saying, "Oh, we outdraft them so hard." Like that's so good because both teams are really good picks. Like you can trade Vladimir, Kindred, you get Elise, Viktor, like what he did. You can always trade anything. Sometimes you can a bit like have a snowball potential. If, for example, the enemy picks like a mid laner that is weak in lane and you pick strong lane, after you can win. But yeah, you can pick pretty much everything. And like AP support are coming back, that's for sure. Like maybe Braum is like still good overall in terms of tankiness. Alistar in certain extent. And in top lane, yeah, we saw like carries can come back because Mao got a bit nerfed, Echo got a bit nerfed. And that's the main pick, which reveals like Trinity Force going better. Also, Wit's End is going good. So like, if you play AD top like Aurelia into AP, like then you can build Wit's End, which is really cheap, and then you can destroy the guy. So now top laner wants to get a bit more resources. So obviously it's cool for Cabochard because he likes it, and see how it goes. But this meta is quite good right now, I would say.
Yeah, I mean, I was about to say that I think the meta shift in the top lane, more of the carry-oriented role, is probably like really good for you guys, right? So why did you guys pick up Olaf? Do you think that Olaf is a really strong carry right now in the role where you just give it to Cabochard and this guy's just gonna go ham, even when he was like 0-5?
Yeah, he's. There are two things that come into these solutions. First, like Olaf is a good pick. Simply as that. I think he fits really well the meta. And secondly, is like we trust our players. And when Cabo tells me I really like Olaf right now, and I think I can like blind pick or counter pick or like something, then yeah, we'll just play it. Then in this game, he got quite camped and still was quite relevant. So it just shows like he's pretty good. Pick overall, but like he deserves a certain team comp. Like for example, Karma is pretty good. So yeah, like I just think the most important is to see the feeling of players from all the lanes and see how it goes with that, like in all the lanes. So just about a mix of good meta and feeling of the players. That's why everything is quite not OP, but quite everything is playable, I would say.
Okay, so I think just from myself talking to a few of the players, they all said that Vladimir might be a bit of a problem currently in the current state because he's just so tanky and he has way too much what he should do, right? So what's your take on Vladimir? Do you think that if we get Vladimir like nerfed, that it's like actually like a really balanced game for once?
I'm not sure he's OP though. Like, he's strong, definitely. We cannot say differently, but his laning phase is strong. Then I don't think mid game is like in team fight is not that strong from my point of view because if you handle properly, which we didn't in our game, we can always handle this guy quite well. Karma is good pick against Vlad too because of the W, and I think yeah maybe he can get nerfed a little bit so that like people say oh he has counterplay actually, but it's also the fact that he's new to the meta and you don't know how to play against and you don't really know the damage like. When you play in scrims against Vladimir for the first time, you're like, what? He did like 800 damage in one spell? Or what is this? And then second scrim, you say, oh, he did this, I forgot. Third game, you are like, okay, now I know you will do that. Fourth game, and then after you try to learn the counter pick or like work around. And right now he's quite new, so either you ban it, either you know how to play against. And first game was fine against Vladimir, we managed to win. And second game, he did a good game. So I think he's balanced / strong.
Okay, so we played like 1 week of LCS already, and I just want to have your opinion, right? Because if you watch a few European LCS games and a few North American games, right? How is the contrast right now? Do you think that North America has like a lot more stronger teams than Europe? Because I feel like in Europe we have like 1 or 2 really, really good teams, and then the rest is actually like completely even, right?
It's quite hard to say, to be honest, because like it's hard to judge. Really, because it is 1 week, and I'm absolutely not in the bandwagon of people that say, "Wow, this team is so good" or "This team is so bad." You know, I just like respect from the week 1 to the week 9 the fact that any team can be good and playoff, of course. And I don't even like judge who is good, who is bad. Like we just take every team as the same, exactly the same. If we were in NA, like you can play against TSM or against I don't know what's the last Phoenix one maybe, or maybe I don't want to say wrong things. Last team in NA, like it would be exactly the same because every team can do something. Like it's not like there are weak people. So yeah, about EU and NA, I just have no opinion saying that we just play against who we are facing and just try to crush them.
I actually just tried to trick you into saying North America is better than Europe, but you dodged that question pretty good, right? So thank you so much for the interview anyway. Always a pleasure to talk to you. And if you want to check out more stuff covered at theScoreEsports.com, make sure to check out our website. We have a new website, we have an app, we have Twitter. Thank you guys so much and see you guys next time.